Hi everyone, this is Tanya Lee of Harmonia Tarot, and today we are going to do pick a card pile. I want you to take a deep breath. I want you to concentrate on these three piles here and select a pile that you are most drawn to. Please keep in mind these are general readings, so not everything is going to resonate, but take what resonates, leave the rest, and just guide and follow your heart. So take a deep breath and focus on the piles. This is number 1, number 2, and number 3. And I will timestamp the ones in the description box when you look. All right, let's start with pile number 1. Please keep in mind that you may pick more than one pile if you're drawn to. All right, let's see what we have here for pile number 1. I have 2 oracle cards here that I pulled. Right, here we go. The rabbit spirit. Now is a lucky time for the rabbit spirit. I feel like for many of us, especially when I think of the rabbit is a very nurturing card, a very fertile card. There's something about regarding abundance here. I feel like there's abundance coming or something that is in fruition, but we will see what the rest of the cards play out. Treasured Island. There's that abundance I was telling you about. For those of you who selected this card, I'm wondering if there's something that you have your eye on or a prize on, or you are starting to see the wealth of what you've worked on, your progress that you've worked on. It's moving towards you. Overall, we have the Ace of Wands. Awesome. That's fire energy, so Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. We have the Moon, the Magician reversed, but the Six of Wands. I feel for many of you with the Ace of Wands here, this is definitely a new beginning. This is something that you've been really working on. Although sometimes this can be an offer that's in hand, I feel like there may have been some things that were not clear in the picture for you for your future. But this is at the point where you've worked really hard for it. You know that this is coming. You've already put your eye on the prize. And I do believe that you're already in that manifesting stage. Even though we have the Magician in your future reversed, I think it's because it's reversed under here because you know it's coming already. You don't have to, you aren't having to get to that stage of creating or co-creating now because you're at the stage of getting it. So you are definitely, I feel, at the new beginning of getting this final thing, which is going to be that treasure. You know, in the past here, you did have that Moon energy, which again was what I said was that not having that clarity, not having that, not being able to see exactly what it was you were actually working on. But there is a lot of victory here. So please keep that in mind. And with the Six of Wands, this is all about embracing it. And I feel like whatever you're embracing here is going to be very fruitful, very abundant, a lot of wealth. I'm reading this more for career than I am for a relationship. But there is a lot of love within this as well, because if you look at the Treasure Island here, there are hearts here. So this is going to be something that is extremely fulfilling in all levels. So if you are in a committed relationship, this is about getting to the next step, knowing that you're comfortable in there, you know, and for those of you who are trying to conceive and so forth, I do feel like that's going to happen here with that rabbit energy. All right, let's see what we have for pile number 2. I'll timestamp that. All right, for those of you who selected pile number 2. The Mouse Spirit, tend to the small things. This is all about you. I feel like for many of you, you're done with the purging thing, and now you're just trying to get the little stuff, wrapping it up. Usually, the idea of something wrapping it up is so something new can come in, and you may be feeling that new energy. Come to the edge. This reminds me a lot of the Fool card. This could also be in regards to love. Maybe tending to the small things so that you can feel comfortable to start or begin a new relationship. Well, we'll see what the cards have to say. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Page of Wands reversed. Three of Swords. Death. For many of you who selected this, you are still in a healing phase. There may have been an offer that was unstable and leaving you kind of coming to that edge here, especially with the Three of Swords, following down here. But with the Knight of Pentacles, and this is Earth energy, so if you don't have Earth energy in you, it could be the other party. The Knight of Pentacles, when it's this way, is about receiving a stable opportunity, a stable offer, something that is abundant and balanced, but it's a very slow card. He's a very slow knight. I do believe this individual who is coming in towards you may at one point had a lot of passion and was, kind of fiery. This is also fire energy, so Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. But this individual may have come off as something loving and sweet, and probably you were really sexually attracted to this individual, like right off the bat. But with these both reversed, I feel like you're done with the players. That's basically what I feel. I feel like you're really done with it. And yeah, I feel like this has brought you nothing but heartache. So maybe tending to the small things is meaning that maybe you're done with dating for just as a pass by. You may be the person who is doing that in and out energy, and it's really not fulfilling for you to have these surface relationships. So I do feel with Death here reversed, and the Death card, when it's here, it's usually an end of a chapter, and I always pull an extra card with the Death, but because these are card pulls, I'm not going to be doing that or validating. But I can tell you this much, with it reversed here, there's something where someone is feeling a little bit uncertain about making this change of dynamics within a relationship, or making this change of philosophy and how they think of life. I do feel like this is strongly for a relationship, but if this is also for work, this is about maybe changing your jobs, or realizing that you don't want to do any more small jobs and you're looking to do something that is more of a career-based job, a corporate job. You don't want to have to work 3 or 4 jobs just to pay the rent and things like that. You want something that's more solid. So keep that in mind, that with the small things and coming to the edge, this is really about wanting the precipice of having that Fool energy. So I do believe for you folks who picked pile number 2, that there is some of that heartache in here, but you're finished with this energy, that you're finished with this need to be in and out of someone's life. I think that you really want a fulfilling relationship. This is somebody who is really stretching out for the hearts, here. All right, so that was pile number 2. Let's check out pile number 3. All right, this is pile number 3. Parrot spirit, watch your words, flexible. Ooh, 9 of Swords. Hangman reversed. Wheel of Fortune reversed. Queen of Cups. All right, for those of you who picked card pile 3, the crowning energy of this is the Parrot spirit, watch your words, and flexibility. I feel like that we have a couple here. One who has maybe in the past been abrupt, really coming in defensive with what they have to say, kind of snappy. And the other person is kind of doing their own thing. And you see how she's bending towards the opposite way? This isn't even about being vulnerable. It's not even paying attention to the other person. So I feel like we have somebody who's really defensive and another person who's trying to just focus on their self, focus on their health, really focus on them. So I do feel like there's energy of two people here. Now, overall here, with the Nine of Swords, when this is upright, this is about being in your head, being nervous, and this is air energy, so this is Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. But this is about somebody who has a lot of sleepless nights and so forth. With this reversed, I do feel like you're coming out of this energy, whether it's with both of your party or not, but I feel like this is coming out of this energy for both parties. Now, we do have the Hangman who is upright, so somebody here is feeling the enlightenment, is realizing that it's not worth to hold on to this anger. It's not worth holding on to this resentment. It's not worth holding on to those kind of emotions in that sense. What's interesting here and which is crossing over is that Queen of Cups. Do you see how this Queen of Cups is looking at this Hangman? I feel like here with this water opportunity, and I'm feeling it really divided here, and I typically do not read the cards like this. I read it as a spread, but I'm really reading it like this right now. I feel like we have one person who's enlightened about what they said, realizing that maybe they were a little too defensive to this person and didn't bring in them, and is realizing that this person is really compassionate, loving, and emotional, and happy, and could give a lot of fulfillment here. And do you see how she's looking at this guy? I mean, this is a longing. This is a love. This individual here on this side is just a little defensive. But I mean, this is water energy, so she's definitely compassionate, loving, and endearing. And I feel that in the past she's been extremely flexible. She's been extremely understanding to that individual who's coming her way, because there's a lot of love there. There's a lot of love. Now, with the Wheel of Fortune, when it's this way, to me, it's going to be like a change. Something's going to be switching back. But do you see how they're kind of unaware and they're falling down here? I do feel with this Major Arcana on the bottom portion here, I feel like it's because it's like a standstill. It's coming back. It's reversing. It's basically looking back at the past to say, hey, maybe I was too harsh with my words. Hey, maybe I could have reacted a little bit better. So I do feel like we have two parties here who are really thinking about each other, but also understanding a different perception per se. This person definitely always had more than one perception, but this person is extremely enlightened now about their behaviors and their actions towards this person and what it did. It pushed this person away. It pushed them in another direction. All right, for those of you who like this reading, thank you for tuning in, and I'll probably do these once a month. And if you like this reading, go ahead and hit the like button. Feel free to comment if any of the card pulls resonated with you. I'd love to read everybody's comments, and I will see you next time. Take care.